The tension was so high in the air, and we were debating and chatting with fake names on the Facebook. Who's going to go out? Nobody will go. Do you think anybody will go? And it was the evening of the 15th of February when we suddenly heard chants of women in Benghazi, my town. We heard chants going louder and louder. Rise up, Benghazi. Rise up, Benghazi. The day you've been waiting for had come. It was women who started the revolution in Libya.
My name is Alaa Murabit. I was born and raised in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, and I moved to Libya after I finished high school when I was 14. I live in Zawiya, Libya, which is about 30 minutes away from the capital, and during the revolution it was the first city in the west to rise up and had quite a lot of heavy, intense fighting. I remained there for the duration of the revolution, assisted as I could, and was listed as one of the wanted women during the revolution in April 2011. Well, I think ultimately we have to ask if peace is really sustainable and everyone in the community isn't involved, then is it realistically sustainable? In order for us to truly understand the reason conflicts are occurring on a very local level, we need to have the input of the people who are closest to the community, and that tends to be women. And so for us to say, well, this is going to be a realistically sustainable process where we can ensure that there will not be conflict in the future, we cannot only bring the men with guns and bullets.
Some people think of the U.S. as the global leader in all things good. We are about the 90th in the world in terms of women's participation in Parliament, in our own Congress.
I think unfortunately, as it usually happens in post-conflict countries, everybody says, well, no, we have a more urgent priority. We can get to women later. This is life and death. Let's focus on this first, and then we'll get to them. The unfortunate thing is when policymakers sit down and when community leaders sit down, your more traditional community leaders in Libya, what we have is everybody looking at security on its own and women on their own. And they don't understand that the two completely overlap. That in order for us to build security in Libya, we have to have women involved.
It's critically important for the hosts of negotiations, for example, to recognize that women are going to bring a different perspective, they're going to bring a different style.
In order for us to get women more involved, the mechanisms that we need to get them more involved are the mechanisms we need to make them believe that they need to be involved, to know that this is in their hands. Because right now, most women internationally, not only in Libya, see security as about armies and weapons and generals and things which don't concern a woman. Right? So we need to make them realize that this does concern women, that this should be your priority, that getting your child to school is not the responsibility only of your national army, but when your national army is incapable of making sure that your community is safe, it comes upon the people of the community, and most importantly, the women, because they are the ones, unfortunately, in conflict situations who have the most to lose, and who usually tend to lose the most.